All right, Matt the Mortgage Guy here, excited for today's video. It's a follow-up on a video I made about a month ago where I said summer of 2021, FHFA has a plan to refinance people who didn't qualify in the past. Either their debt to income ratio was too high, their credit was too low, they might have had a missed payment. They came up with a way to skew the guidelines for certain demographics and people under 80% of the area median income to say, listen, you don't qualify by standard guidelines, we got a program for you. We want to help you qualify for these historically low interest rates because truth be told, somebody who's got $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month in income and an 800 credit score probably needs the benefits of a refinance less than some people who make less income, right? And might be living paycheck to paycheck. So great program. Fannie and Freddie are both going to have a program. I'm going to talk about Fannie's program first because that one's coming out June 7th. And I'm going to talk about Freddie's that comes out August 30th when I get more information on that. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. Straightforward mortgage, real estate, and housing market info as a mortgage broker all day, every day. That's all I'm doing is regurgitating conversations I'm having with consumers, with real estate agents, with mortgage industry professionals, what's changing in mortgage, what's changing in the housing market, and how it can help you. So without further ado, let's talk about it. Fannie to Fannie. And this is the Fannie Mae product called RefiNow. If you don't know who your loan is owned by, I'm going to put a tool down in the description where you can look up if your loan is owned by Fannie Mae. And if so, it's a Fannie to Fannie refi, and that's the first step, right? To see if you qualify for RefiNow. And there's programs in the past. It's a super easy thing. You type in your address, you type in your name. I can't remember what the other details are, but it's going to tell you, right? So you start there. Then there's an area median income lookup tool, AMI lookup tool. And if you type into Google AMI lookup tool, the first result is going to be this, but I'll leave the link to make it super easy. You type in your address and you look, it'll show you the area median income. It'll also show you 80% of the area median income. In my area, gosh, I can't remember. Is it 66,000 or something? Anyway, it's changing this month. So we're going to have updated numbers. So check back. If you check on June 2nd and you check on June 15th, they might be different. June of 2021, the numbers are going to be updated for area median income. So you got to be under 80% of that. Your debt to income ratio, which generally caps out at 50 or 45%, can go all the way up to 65%. More flexible guidelines, right? They're putting caps on what your closing costs can be. So no matter who you use, whether it's a broker like myself or anybody else, and let's be honest, everybody has access to this program. It's a Fannie Mae program. Anybody who writes mortgages can get you this loan. They're going to be capped at $5,000 in total closing costs. They can't structure it in a way where a bunch of costs are being baked into the loan. Good thing for you, the consumer. The 50 basis point hit that we saw for refinances, I think it was last October 2020. If your loan is less than $300,000, that 50 basis point hit is not going to be there, meaning you're going to get a lower interest rate. You're going to be maxed out. You can't get more than $250 cash back. We're trying to help you save money. So we're not trying to put cash back in your deposit. Up to a $500 appraisal credit. So one of the only out-of-pocket costs on refinances is an appraisal. And you're going to get up to $500 credit, meaning you're not going to pay for an appraisal. It is limited to single-family residence that's your primary. So you couldn't do a condo, a duplex, a triplex, or anything that's an investment property. It's got to be a single family, and it's got to be your primary residence. You can't have refinance within the last 12 months. And here's a funny caveat I put here because I talked to my account executive on this one. You also had to have done a mortgage within the last 10 years. Because if you haven't done one for over 10 years, for whatever reason, they thought to themselves, well, this person's been doing just fine for 12 years. They're probably doing okay. So no refi within the last 12 months. Between 12 and 120 months, okay. You must save at least $50 a month. You wouldn't get into this refinance for the sake of refinancing. That stuff that's put in place, honestly, is a really good consumer protection tool, where if there's anything where it's got to meet a certain criteria, it's a good thing. Because you wouldn't refinance to save $27 a month and have all these fees baked in. It just doesn't make sense. And so that's a good one. And that's put in there to protect you. So, to round it all out and kind of summarize everything, June 7th is when this is live, which is next Monday. This video is going to come out probably, what's today? Tuesday the 1st? Thursday the 3rd. I'm going to release this video. And so it's going to be available right away. So if you haven't refinanced in the last 12 months, and maybe you didn't refinance because you reached out to a lender says, I can't get the deal to work. That happened plenty. Trust me. During the refinance boom, where a lot of people saw huge benefit from refinancing, I can't tell you the number of times where I got everyone's information and $4,200 a month in income, you've got a car payment, you got a student loan payment, you got your mortgage, and I'm just like, I'm sorry. Your debt to income ratio is 58 or 61, and you just didn't qualify. And there wasn't really much that can be done. If you didn't have $24,000 to pay off the car, or an extra $17,000 laying around to pay down a student loan to get your ratios in line, you just didn't qualify. Well, this program is going to help you qualify. So reach out to a mortgage professional, whether it's me in California or anybody else across the country. The first thing you're going to do, if you don't want to do this, a mortgage professional who can't do this is probably someone you don't want to work with. I can't remember what it was. I think it's name and last four of social, or I'm sorry, address and last four of social. You type it in. There's a Fannie lookup tool. There's a Freddie lookup tool. The Fannie program that's going to be available June 7th. I'll put the link down in this video below. You can check it yourself, or just reach out to a mortgage professional. Hey, I heard about this program. I want to know whether or not I qualify, and then they'll look it up. If I type it in and it says not owned by Fannie Mae, the first thing I'm going to do is type it into Freddie Mac's. And if it's a Freddie Mac loan, I'm going to say, listen, you can't qualify for this one, but come August 30th, that's not too far away, there's going to be a program that we don't have all the information on yet. So I'm not going to make that video yet, but there's going to be a program by Freddie Mac that's going to be similar, because FHFA announced these new refinance programs. There's going to be Fannie and Freddie. So hopefully this video was helpful. Not much more to say about it, except for that if you think you might qualify, go ahead and reach out to somebody. It's not going to hurt. I tell people all the time, and I probably use this line too many times on the phone, that I know people that will spend 30, 40, 50 minutes on the phone trying to get free NFL season pass or free HBO, or save $9 a month on their DirecTV bill. If you're willing to do that, spend 5 minutes, reach out to a mortgage professional. I don't know if I qualify. Here's the scenario. I tried to refinance in 2020. I didn't qualify for this reason. Do you think I qualify? And literally 2 or 3 minute conversation, you should be able to dig into either you don't qualify because it's a work related issue and there's no income we can use, or maybe it's not the Fannie Mae, but you might qualify for the Freddie Mac because of who owns the loan. Whatever it is, just inquire, just reach out. It might just save you $2,500 a year. And most people aren't going to shy away from that. Hopefully this was helpful. If you're looking for a loan in California, Matt at mattthemortgageguy.com. If you're looking for a loan out of state, greatmortgagebroker.com. Quick 6 questions. We'll have you dialed in and set up with a mortgage broker that I like and trust. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.